Ooh, hi, didn't see you there. Hi, Rich Alvarez here with A1 Comics, also Dylan. And we're about to play some Commander. Do you know how to play Commander? Well, you might know a little bit more after you watch us stumble through it. Let's go! Alright, Dylan, so the first thing you're going to do is take the first 7 cards off of your pile.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can count. 1, 2, 3.
And then we decide who goes first. Now this can either be done with a dice roll or we just decide. I think I'll go first since I'm the one that knows how to play. Which means that, so typically at the beginning of your turn, the first thing you're going to want to do is draw a card, but the person who goes first, me in this example, especially in Commander, is not going to draw first. So I will just choose a card, and the first thing that I can possibly put out is an island, which is a land. Now, during every turn, you can actually put down a land and then some kind of other card. Instances, as you know, maybe you don't know, they can be taken out at any time as long as you have enough mana to summon them.
And what are instances?
It'll say instant on the card.
Oh, thank you.
So there's creatures, lands, artifacts, there's a bunch of different stuff. So I put down an island, and I don't have any cards that are worth 1 mana, that means that I can't do anything else on my turn, so I'm going to say turn and turn it to you.
Okay. So I'm looking for...
You're looking for a land? It'll say basic land, or it'll say land.
Okay.
Do you have no land?
I do have land.
Oh, you do have land.
I'm trying to figure out which one to use.
Oh, well.
I have multiple.
Any land will do.
Okay. Go with this.
Oh, cool. A nice looking plains.
Beautiful plains.
Yeah. Do you have anything worth 1 mana?
That's what I was trying to look for. Now, I have a thing that says 1 and then 2 different symbols next to it. Does that mean I need 1 of each or 1 of either?
Right. So, if you have a card, I'm not going to show Dylan, like this one, that means that you need 1 plains and then 2 of any other kind of magic. So I would need 3 magic total for this one. So I hope that makes sense to you as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so then the turn comes back to me. I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to put down another land. I'm going to put down a port town, which can be a white or blue.
Oh, okay.
It says, as port town enters the battlefield, you may reveal a plains or island card from your hand. Reveal. Nice. If you don't, port town enters the battlefield tapped. But I have one in my hand, so therefore it comes out as my 2nd mana. And now I'm going to tap these 2 guys to put out Silver Mirror, which is an artifact creature worth 2 mana.
And tapping essentially means that it's in use.
I've used that mana in order to put this out. So that means I can no longer use these again until I untap them at the beginning of my next turn.
Interesting.
So this is a creature. I can't attack you right now because when you first put out a creature, it has what we call in the biz summoning sickness. So I won't be able to use him till my next turn. Unless the card says otherwise, and there are a couple of abilities that you can use that might negate summoning sickness.
Oh boy, oh boy. Seems like foreshadowing.
Oh no.
No?
Certain heavens, no. Alright, and that's turn.
Okay. And then, so I can use a land and play a
Correct. So yeah, you'll always want to put a land out first.
So boom. Oh, I want to draw though. Draw that first, right?
You want, yes, exactly. Draw your card first, because you never know what you're going to get.
Never know. Okay.
And you'll still put out that land, probably. Ooh, very good. That's an island.
Yes.
Also known as water. Also known as blue.
And then I will use, and then I tap these by drawing them sideways.
Correct.
Cool. Boom, boom. And then, boom.
Ah, cool. Planeswalker. You got legendary Planeswalker Davin.
Yeah.
Excellent. And he can do different things.
Okay.
Depending on what you want to do with that. So, like, these abilities, like, you'll have to keep count. It is, so he starts at 3.
Okay.
And then you can go up or down.
Okay.
Depending.
What does the 3 refer to?
The 3 refers to how much power it currently has.
Okay.
So, for example, this ability, you need -7, but you don't even have 7 power yet. So you'd have to build up to 7 to be able to use that one.
I see.
And then if it gets to 0, that means he dies and goes to your graveyard.
Okay.
All right, turn. Now I'm going to draw a card. Oh, plains. Now. Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. You ready for this?
Yes.
Drumbell Hour.
Okay.
Flying. Untap all creatures you control during each other player's untap step.
What? What?
So that means that, like, for example, let's say I attacked you and then he was turned, right?
Okay.
Now, normally, if you're attacking me, you could get through and hit me because I have no longer defended.
Okay.
Because this guy's tapped, I can't block your moves. However, this card lets me untap my creatures during your untap setup, which is usually the beginning of your turn.
Gotcha.
So I will always have defenders out.
Nice. Okay.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
So now, I'm be hitting you for 1 point.
Okay.
You will take a damage.
Okay.
Normally you'll have like a little life counter or dice, but this is just a explanation
fun.
video. So Dylan has lost a life out of a potential 40 if you're playing traditional commander rules. Otherwise, some people play commander with just 20, which is wrong. You gotta have 40 life in commander, alright? Anyway, so I've hit you, and now it is the end of my turn. So
Cool.
it goes back to your turn, I go back to this, and you untap your land,
Okay.
draw a card.
Boom. Boom. Okay. So if it's just a 3 with no other symbols, that means any kind of land.
Correct.
Cool. Do another planes.
Mm.
And
Calculated.
Look, my vampire.
Ooh, vampire.
Vampire. So what does the 2-3 mean?
So that's an excellent question, Dylan. Yes, on every card there is the little power gauge at the bottom. So for example, this card has 2 power and 1 health, which means that if you were to say block it, with another creature, it only has 1 health, meaning that you have power 2. Your vampire's a 2/3, so it would kill my Drumble Tower. Right, and my power is 2, which means that's not enough to knock out your vampire that has 3 health.
Okay.
So if these 2 were to do battle, this would die and go to my graveyard.
Got you. Okay. I'm sorry, I should have.
And then some creatures, you should tap for that.
Okay.
Some creatures, they have different health and power, so it's like they might have like 10 power, but only like 2 health. So like they'll do a lot of damage, but as soon as they're up against something else, it might be a little bit weak. So you have to just protect your stuff a little bit.
Okay.
That's what's fun. Anyways, so now that has summoning sickness because it just came out. Are you going to be doing anything else with this?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack your...
Well, actually, this is the fun thing. Planeswalkers actually cannot attack on their own.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
see, they don't have a power gauge. It's just a counter.
That is just their health.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Right, so, but he does things for other things on the board.
Understand. Okay.
So, and I think you still can't attack yet, so I think you'll still not be able to do that one.
Okay.
Now, it's my turn. I untap all my magic.
Okay.
I draw a card. I put down an island, and eventually you'll get to just stacking your mana like this as you go. In fact, I'm even going to put this plains on top of Port Town, since I'll have like 2 of each. Just for the sake of education, I'm going to take 2 mana and put out the Ethereum Sculptor. Artifact spells now cost 1 less to cast. So now I'm going to play this Fellwar Stone and only pay 1 mana for it.
Nice. Okay.
Add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. You do white and blue, and I do white and blue. Why do both decks do white and blue? Because they're actually both my decks. So, cool. That's now a bonus 5th mana, essentially, for me.
Nice.
So, basically, then I'm going to be hitting you for 2 in the air and 1 on the ground.
Oh, boy. When it's in the air, does that mean it attacks me directly? It goes over...
So typically, if you don't have a flying creature, you have to get hit by that, unless you have like an instant or something that can block that kind of attack. You do have a flying vampire, though. For the sake of and I knew that. Normally, and normally in a game like this, when you had flying that was greater than my flying, I wouldn't attack you. But for the sake of education, I'm going in the air to showcase that yes, this one will probably hit you unless you wanted to block the 1, but you'd probably want to block the 2 in the air with your flying. So you'd block this guy, and he'd die.
Okay.
And then this one would hit you for 1.
Okay.
And then we'd be even.
Okay.
Because you would have now had... Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have lost any health because I would have blocked it. You would have just lost a health, and that's how that would have worked. It would have been a calculated sacrifice. Then, on my next turn, this guy would have gone up, and then I would have been able to block you with that. And then, assuming you got anything else, you'd maybe make this small trickle to get up to me. But I think that's basically a nice opening presentation for this.
Okay.
I think we've basically showcased how to get started. And if you want to learn more about Magic, stay tuned right here on the A1 Magic MTG YouTube channel or the A1 MTG Instagram, wherever you might be watching this video on, because we, one YouTube and one Instagram just wasn't enough for us. We had to make separate accounts just for Magic the Gathering. Well, because not everybody who's into comics is into Magic the Gathering. So stay tuned, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.